Well, hello, welcome back. Listen, I want to talk to you something a little bit important. That doesn't make sense. About something that I consider important, right? That some people may not. There has been so much talk about dupes recently that you are probably so over it, so sick of it, so bored of hearing about people's opinions on dupes. And I had a big thing about, the MCO and the Scandinavia situation with the setting spray, the all-day setting spray. Now again, I want to start this video by being very clear. I like dupes. I believe they need to exist. I think it's great they exist. I love that we can get an affordable version of anything, and a lot of the time the dupe is better than the original. Okay, let's get that out of our head. Oh, Robert doesn't like dupes because he buys whatever. Listen, I have products of all different categories of expensive and not expensive, right? But again, just so I can explain, so no one is in the comments trying to explain the whole story to me, my issue with brands copying packaging exactly, and you'll know why I'm going to talk about this in a minute, and I'm not talking about MCO this time, is artistic integrity, right? And the way it affects the makeup industry. And something has happened in the makeup industry that I just knew would happen, that I was, fearful is the wrong word, but why I'm so opposed against people setting a precedent or precedent? Setting it up so people look at brands like MCO and like, oh, it's normal for them to copy people's packaging exactly. They set a standard that says, yes, it's absolutely fine for us to be doing it legally. Now, they usually aim quite high, MCO as a brand. They'll aim for the bigger brands, Charlotte Tilbury, Milk, Urban Decay. But what about when other brands do it to small indie brands? Because that happens. And in my eyes, us saying that it's okay for one brand to do it, to copy exact packaging, I'm not talking about duping, I'm talking about copying the exact packaging, the exact layout of a product, the exact colors in a product, is allowing other people to do so to anyone, right? I think that's where it becomes an issue. That's my only problem with it. My only problem is the packaging, right? I don't know how many more times I can say that. Something happened recently that I want to talk about. A few things, actually. Two separate situations. Now, this is a brand called Character Paris Official. They're a cosmetic shop. I don't actually think they are the name of a brand. I think it's almost like a Sephora style shop where they sell loads of different things. So I go on my Instagram stories, and what do I see? Jordan Liberty posting this. Now, if you don't know who Jordan Liberty is, he is an incredible makeup artist, incredible photographer, post-production, incredible artist in general. He makes all these incredible visuals. He had a collection with the indie brand Blend Bunny. Blend Bunny, a very popular, very good, very high quality, independent brand, makeup brand, right? He created this incredible collection with Blend Bunny, the Masterclass palette. It's a huge palette with blushes, there's blusher, bronzer, highlights in. So it's like an all-in-one, you can do it yourself palette. This is it here. Except this isn't it. This is it. This brand stole the packaging and the color off Blend Bunny, an independent makeup brand. Now, if this was like a huge brand, I would still be slightly pissed off like I am with MCO. But this is a brand copying an independent brand. I did catch some of Jordan Liberty's stories on Instagram where he said they even copied the gradient on the palette at the front, that color that goes right across. Here's the original. Wild that companies don't even try to make something original. At Character Paris Official knocked it off, but just removed the shades for deep skin tones. No shocker. Still an idea and then omit deep skin tones. Shameful. Which they absolutely did. You can see in the Masterclass palette, you have these richer, deeper tones that will suit everyone. In this fake knockoff palette, they've just changed the order, but made the colors less saturated. And then he goes on to say, but I'm glad brands recognize the success of a brand. We're so happy that people loved Masterclass. And people did love these palettes. People love them still. They're great palettes to have, especially great for your kit. If you're just starting out, they're a really incredible palette to own. And then I go to the comments, and Blend Bunny are like, And I put, literally, what the fuck? Jordan Liberty puts, adorable. And you can see someone here, someone says, literally a knockoff of Blend Bunny and Jordan Liberty. And then underneath, anyway, buy the original palette. This brand ripped off from Blend Bunny. Aren't you embarrassed? This is annoying. A brand has gone ahead and taken the exact packaging from the 2 digits on the right-hand side to that gold-plated area and put it on their own. Because that's something we accept now in the modern day, is direct packaging copying. And let me speak on that. You all know I absolutely despise e.l.f. But what e.l.f. did do is make something their own. They took the Grippy Primer and they made it their own, and now everyone knows that the e.l.f. Grippy Primer exists and it's a great alternative for whatever, right? That's what they see the e.l.f. Grippy Primer as. You can make a dupe your own. Now, not fully in the sense, because it was still taken from somewhere, but you don't have to copy the packaging for people to know what you are trying to replicate. To say that you have to copy the packaging exactly to make it obvious what it is, then tells me that yes, that is a direct copy, not a dupe. Little did I know, the day before this happened, another indie brand was ripped off. And actually, it was a 2 at a time situation. Cosmic Brushes and Kaleidos, Ruby Rose Brazil, they have 3.8 million followers on Instagram. 3.8 million. They reposted this video.
A gente pediu cor, a Ruby Rose entregou. Essa é a nova coleção Wonder, que tá completamente surreal e a gente vai testar agora. Antes da gente ir pra... A gente tem várias paletas de sombra nessa coleção. Essa é a Deep Oasis, com tons bem frios. Essa é a Siren Valley, uma história de cores muito interessante. E essa é a Eden, que é mais coloridona, também impecável. Mas eu acho que eu vou começar com essa aqui.
Nem preciso dizer que a Deep Oasis foi a que mais chamou minha atenção. E eu amei que até os tons pastel bem clarinhos são super pigmentados. Eu senti que esse look tava pedindo um contraste com tons quentes também. Então eu vim com a Eden, dá pra ver a potência desse laranja. Fui e voltei entre as duas paletas pra fazer os detalhes finais. Delineando os lábios com lápis Timeless no preto, tinha que usar essa cor. E sim, a Ruby Rose entregou pra gente simplesmente um batom líquido turquesa. Ele esfumadinho fica a coisa mais linda. Finalizando com gloss no tom Luxe, que entrega um brilho absurdo, não tem nem palavras pra isso.
Feito pra esse lip combo, gente. Absurdo. Agora eu vou finalizar essa make e já volto.
Now, I don't blame any of the content creators within these videos because I don't expect everybody to be aware of every single brand that's in existence, right? Oh, can we also just talk about this terrible AI video that character Paris put on their Instagram page about, they seem to be doing this whole Spider-Man thing at the moment. This then obviously made Cosmic Brushes comment and say, oh, those palettes look very familiar. I then replied, suspiciously familiar. Someone says they're absolutely as subtle as a brick. Teresa Mulhern says, I was just about to tag you. And thank you again, Teresa, for giving me some visuals for this video. The investigative individual that she is went online and found the originals and the dupes. So here we have this palette. On the left is from Ruby. What's it called? On the left is a palette from Ruby Rose. On the right is a palette from Kaleidos. Same. The only thing that's different is the pink and the purple and the top are switched around slightly. Same palette. Same palette. On the left here we have Ruby Rose. On the right we have Cosmic Brushes. This is the same fucking palette. Exactly the same storyline. This one here looks a little bit different because it's a duochrome, so it looks a bit dark there. Exactly the same. You're not even going to attempt to mix up the orders of a product, make it look like you attempted not to copy. That's crazy. That's absolutely wild. And here we have another palette from Cosmic Brushes. Something very unique in this palette is that clear kind of glossy balm on the bottom left, second shade in, which just so happens to be in the same position in this same palette from Ruby Rose on the left, which also all the shades look suspiciously in the same order, although the one on the left looks like a terrible, dulled down shit version of the one on the right. If you've never tried Cosmic Brushes, oh my god. Every time I see one of their palettes, my mouth waters. They are the most incredible, visually amazing palettes. And what's the word? Pigmentation. Incredible. Formula, amazing. We have the quad palettes from Kaleidos here where they put the shades in pretty much the same order again. We have a little bit of a mix up here with this one where they switched 2 round. But they have just looked at any brand and said, oh yeah, we can do the same thing. That brand Ruby Rose are no stranger to dupe, so this is a dupe of obviously the Laneige lip balms. Even the lid has that clear bit at the top that the Laneige lip balms do. In my opinion, a very dodgy brand. A very dodgy brand. You have millions and millions of followers. You must be making some sales, but yet there's no one creative enough on your team to come up with something unique. I actually saw this on Cosmic Brush's story because they said, now where have I seen those palettes before? And they put on their story there. And they put in their story, it said, Ruby Rose Brazil, you have 3.8 million followers. Could you not come up with your own products? Rightly so. And what's really funny, as Cosmic Brushes say here, they say the irony that Ruby Rose Brazil has a highlight on their Instagram warning people not to buy from fake versions off their website when all they do is copy other brands' products. This is what Ruby Rose say about themselves, because I've never heard of them before. They says, your official source for Ruby Rose Cosmetics in the Middle East and North Africa. As the exclusive distributor for this vibrant and trend-setting brand, we're proud to bring beauty lovers into our region access to high-quality, affordable makeup designed to self-empower expression and creativity. Self-expression and creativity. Self-expression. Creativity. Nothing is self-expressive about taking someone's exact concept. Nothing is creative about taking someone's exact concept. At Ruby Rose Mina, we embrace the brand's mission to empower individuals to feel confident and express their unique style without limitations. Unique. We are passionate about delivering exceptional products tailored to the diverse needs and preference of our region, ensuring every makeup enthusiast, professional artist, and trendsetter can find their perfect match. Join us in celebrating the art of makeup, diversity, and the transformative power of creativity, one shade at a time. Which is just so, like, come on, you're not creative. There's nothing creative about you if you're copying all these things. I did find the comments really eye-opening and strange in their comment section. People seem to be really sticking up for this brand, directly copying indie brands. This one person said, I'm crying here at all the gringos trying to cancel Ruby Rose for being a dupe. Like she's a more affordable brand to people because the same palette she copied is worth 124 Riyals, and no media person would spend that amount of money on a palette of shadow. Here's the deal. Listen, you don't have to spend loads of money on an eyeshadow palette. Absolutely not. You don't have to. You can buy dupes. The dupe isn't the issue here. I don't know why people can't see past this. No one has an issue with anybody wanting a more affordable product. That is not an issue. That is not even something that is a concern, right? It's a good thing that there are affordable products out there. We all like affordable products. No one has an issue with a brand duping another brand. What people have issue with, and in this exact example, is the direct copying of a creative process another brand has made popular. The direct copying of the layout of products, of shades. The direct copying of packaging that has been designed by somebody else, who isn't a big conglomerate or a huge company, who are doing everything alone, with a small team. I'm going to say something quite bold here. You cannot have love and respect for a creative industry if you think this is okay. You have no respect for creative people, a creative process, if you think this is okay. Again, dupes are fine. Please don't be in the comments being like, oh, I like dupes. I know, me too. I get it. I don't like direct copies. It's like if somebody made this video, again, word for word, they had a different background and it's a different person. You're still copying me. You're still copying me, and that's not okay. If you take a formula and the brand makes it their own with the same kind of idea of what it's going to do, they change the ingredients, all this, great, fine. There are no rules to this duping process at the moment. There are no laws to this. But do you see my concern? Do you see why I might be concerned, not only for the industry in general becoming even more boring. We already have brands making their own version of exactly the same products over and over again. Some of them are nice, don't get me wrong, I do love makeup. But it could be more exciting. But now we have brands copying each other, ripping each other off exactly. Concern number one. So now whenever an indie brand makes something popular or it does really well, a bigger brand can swoop in and copy it and everyone can just be like, yeah, that's fine by me. That's not fine with me. That is not fine with me. And I think it's something that the industry as a whole really needs to start looking into and putting some kinds of laws in. Because that is insane. That is insane. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. Well, let me know your opinions below on this situation. Not on dupes, because I get it. We like dupes. On this situation. Do you think it's acceptable? I'll be having words with you in the comments. Let me know your opinions down below. No, respectfully, let me know your opinions down below. I'm not going to bite your heads off. Thank you so much for joining me. Consider subscribing. Give this video a thumbs up. And I'll see you very, very soon.